This is not a myth for the faint of heart. It's not a story made to shock. It's a truth our ancestors lived by. For the Mexica, the people we often call the Aztecs, the sun didn't rise automatically. It had to be fed. Not with firewood, not with prayers alone, but with the most powerful offering they could give. I am talking about the human heart. You've heard the rumors. The Aztecs were brutal. They ripped hearts from chests. But do you know why they did it? It wasn't madness. It wasn't cruelty. It was the ritual that kept the universe alive. Let's uncover the truth and the cosmic duty behind the most sacred ritual in Aztec civilization. According to Mexica legend, we live under the fifth sun, the fifth age of creation. The 4 suns before us, gone, destroyed in fire, wind, jaguars, and floods. In the mythic city of Teotihuacan, the gods gathered to create a new sun. But the newborn sun couldn't move across the sky. It was lifeless, trapped, until the gods offered their own blood, their own hearts. Only then did the sun begin its path. So the message was clear. Sacrifice moves the sun. At the center of this ritual stood Huitzilopochtli, god of the sun and war. Every day he battled darkness. Every night he descended into the underworld, Mictlan, and every morning he rose again. But not alone. He needed strength. He needed fire. And the Aztecs believed that the hearts of brave warriors gave him that strength. As the Florentine Codex tells us, the sun feeds on hearts and drinks the blood of the brave. But why the heart? Why not food, gold, or animals? In Mexica belief, the heart was more than just an organ. It was the center of life, where a person's sacred energy lived. That energy, called tonali, was like a spark of the sun, a force that gave life and destiny. To offer the heart was to return that fire to its source. It wasn't death for destruction's sake. It was death for cosmic balance. The ritual itself was precise, ceremonial, and deeply symbolic. Here's how it happened. A captive was chosen, usually a warrior, taken in battle, brave, honorable, worthy. He was dressed as a god, painted with sacred symbols, and fed special meals. A procession led him to the top of the Templo Mayor, where twin temples honored Huitzilopochtli and Tlaloc. There, he was laid on a tecatl, a sacred stone, arched backward, chest exposed. A priest, trained for years, used an obsidian blade, razor sharp. With one swift motion, the chest was opened, and the heart lifted high to the sky. Blood spilled down the pyramid steps, sanctifying the space. The body was then cast down the stairs. Depending on the festival, it might be flayed, cremated, or buried with ritual. Each part had meaning, each action was a message to the gods. To modernize, this may seem shocking, but to the Aztecs, it was sacred science, a responsibility. They believed they were part of a living universe, one that required balance, exchange, and sacrifice. Without the heart, the sun might falter. Without blood, night might last forever. It wasn't done out of cruelty. It was done out of fear and faith. Fear that if the ritual stopped, so would the world. We've crafted something truly special for you. Collection of ancestral sounds. The death whistle, the jaguar's roar, the eagle's cry, the panther's breath. Each one carries a spirit. Each one tells a story. Handcrafted in Mexico, with deep respect for the cultures that gave them life. You can explore the full collection in our official Amazon store. The link's in the description, or just scan the QR code to visit our Amazon store directly. Now, back to the video. During major ceremonies, like the dedication of the Templo Mayor in 1487, thousands of captives were sacrificed over several days, not because the Mexica enjoyed killing, but because the occasion demanded divine energy. Imagine a city gathered, drums echoing through the valley, incense swirling, chants rising to the heavens. Each heartbeat offered was a prayer, a promise that the sun would rise again, that life would continue, that balance would be kept between this world and the next. Today, we don't offer hearts on temple stones. But the meaning behind the ritual still speaks to us across centuries. It teaches us that the Aztecs saw life not as something owed to them, but as something borrowed from the gods, from nature, from the sun itself. They believed in reciprocity, that everything given must be honored. That energy, not just prayers or promises, was the truest form of devotion. To them, the world was a living balance, where the sun rose because someone gave, where sacrifice was not cruelty, but commitment, where the heart wasn't just a symbol, it was a bridge between humans and the divine. They lived with reverence, with responsibility, and with awe for the great forces that shaped their world. This story is shared to honor the past, to awaken curiosity, and to remind us that even the fiercest rituals came from a place of cosmic responsibility. If this video helped you see our ancestors in a new light, consider liking and subscribing. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this story? What does it make you feel? Thank you so much for watching.